Hey guys, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. And we had some quick hitting snow riding this fast jet kind of run down from Montana, Wyoming, and through Colorado the last 24 hours. In particular, last night, early this morning. This is the view up at Loveland Ski Area, reporting about an inch, inch and a half of new snow. There was a little bit more kind of deeper into the foothills, but that's the view right now. It's going to start to clear out today, and then we have another cold front running south on this fast jet, which we'll talk about. That's really the pattern right now. I mean, when you look at everything, it's all sort of being run around this big area of high pressure, this ridge that has set up over the Pacific Northwest, BC, and California. It's an anomalously big ridge for the Eastern Pacific. 3 standard deviations probably above the norm right now, and it's going to be there for a few more days, probably through the 20th, and then the pattern will start to shift on or after the 21st, and it'll be a good shift. It'll be a good pattern shift after that. We'll look at that as well, and right now we're just seeing this fast on that eastern side of this ridge. We're seeing a fast north to south jet coming out of Banff, Canada, down into Montana, Wyoming, running through Colorado and northern New Mexico with these quick light shots of snow and reinforcing cold. So looking at all that, let's go back to, there's Loveland again. Let me just show you what the pattern is. So there's your big high pressure ridge setting up across the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast. The big low you see out in the Pacific, that's just an amplifier. That's just going to keep that bridge and build it. That's what happens. It tends to amplify that as it heads up into, as it just builds up into Canada and Alaska, that high pressure ridge. It's very strong. I actually wrote about it this morning on my blog, christomer.com. Snow forecast next 8 days. There are a lot of bullet points, a lot of information in here. The bottom line is no big storm cycles for the West until on or after 11/21 when the high gets dislodged. But the current pattern does favor some light snow, like I was saying, on that fast jet north to south from Banff to Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, northern New Mexico, with the next disturbance sort of racing down that 11/16 to 11/18. And I'll show you what I'm thinking with that as well. And then I went into the current setup, and that's what we just talked about with the pattern amplifier, the big ridge, and the fast north to south flow. And then here's the pattern shift, and I've got this loaded in. So I'll just show it to you. It's 11:20. This is 11:23. So we're looking down the road here, and you can see the shift. The high is gone. It's down to the south now, and powerful jet. A couple of streaks running through it. This will definitely produce precip for the Pacific Northwest, BC, Banff, and then on the other side of it, there would be precip that runs down, and potentially on a west-northwest type of flow through Idaho, Wyoming, and probably brushing northern Utah and the Wasatch into parts of Colorado. So that's something exciting down the road that I'm watching for all of those areas. So let me take you back to the blog, and we're going to look at the timing of all this. So take a look. Here's future radar and satellite. By the time we get into tomorrow morning, here comes the next disturbance running down. There it is. Look at the blue coming through Montana, Wyoming, and into Colorado, and then quickly to the south into northern New Mexico, and then it's gone by Saturday at 11:19 at 6 a.m. Here's the view Sunday the 20th by 11 p.m. There's nothing happening across the west most of the weekend, but look to the Pacific Northwest, BC. That's the pattern change coming. I'll run this up for you one more time. So there is 11:17 in the morning. Here it comes. Some light snow accumulation running fast north to south, and then it's gone by the morning of 11:19. And most of the weekend's dry and uneventful across the west until we start to see 11:21. Then all that action in the Pacific Northwest would become a player. So, and then I also looked at forecast snowfall. It's on there. Let me just show you what I'm thinking. We'll do this in 2 phases. So 11:15 all of today through the 17th. It's all riding that fast north to south flow with 1 to 3 or 4 inches, maybe more in northern Colorado just because of the flow. Where you really start to, in the cold air, you really start to ring out higher totals. Cameron Pass, Northern Mountains, Eldora, Longs Peak District, Tower, all those places in northern Colorado that would be favored on this type of flow. And then here is phase number 2. And this shows you how things are going to change. And this happens mostly on or after 11:21, so pretty late in the period. But we start to see snow sneak back into the Pacific Northwest, BC, Oregon, and all the numbers start to go up. Banff down into Montana, Idaho, the Tetons, the Wasatch finally in the mix, and into Colorado, the snow goes a little deeper past I-70. So I like what I'm seeing after 11:21. We just hope that jet does sink far enough south, and I don't show it here, but California is out of the flow through the 23rd, hoping that there's a little more south translation of the jet that we can start to bring some of that south, but that's not the case as of yet. But this will take us through the 23rd. Always appreciate you guys tuning in here. Take care and have a great day.